Alright, so welcome back to the channel, everyone, where we are playing Death Stranding, Director's Cut, here on the PS5. Last time we finished burning our mother's body, the president.
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
Got ladders, got the rope, got the urinate. Oh man, I might have to pee soon.
Can't do it now.
Can't do it right here. Alright. I don't know why you said that. So yeah, last time we got done incinerating our mother. We then almost incinerated BB. Had a change of heart. BB saved us, we saved it. And now we're on our way.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of
Yes,
your
I
own
do.
if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
So yeah, we got back, and now we're on our quest to rebuild America. Not a super hard
Sam,
task.
the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best.
Of course I am.
What it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your OJ deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Oh jeez. I don't know if you can hear that. Here. It's coming out of the controller speaker. Pretty sure you can turn that off, but I'll just leave it on unless it sounds terrible. Oh, shoot. Here, let's pee. Forgot about this. There we go. Come on, let us get a peek. He's really concerned about us. Look at him look back. Be like, no, pervert. Okay. Yeah, and it leaves the mushroom.
Over here!
Hell yeah. I didn't know it did that. Alright, let's switch it off of the pee. Don't need to be peeing all over, unfortunately. Yeah, so, pee mechanic.
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
Oh, trust me, man. I won't let him down. Every package. Yeah, I never noticed that noise just because I wear headphones while I play. And yeah, I just noticed it because I sometimes pop it to the side, pop my right one. Just to give my fat head a little bit of a breeze, some would say. Cool it down. Oh, come on. Alright. Let's drop these off. This is a little, kind of drop-off point. Other people could take them back for you.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo.
Spoiler alert.
Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
Trust me. Not worried about that. I'm just going to dump all this off because I'm positive we're going to see more things, and I don't want to leave anything behind. I take my job seriously. This is a serious position. People count on me for delivering their cargo. I will not let them down. It's a serious message. I am the world's only hope. I have not seen one other porter while out here. They say there are more of us. I am not sure of that. It's like, seriously, think about the amount that I just took back now. Like, where are these other people, huh? They're nowhere. They don't exist. It's just me. They're trying to trick me into thinking that I'm like in some hero team. It's like, no, dude, you're the only one. You should be asking for a raise. That's what I'd be doing. They need you more than you need them, Sam. Figure it out, man. Right. Let's try not to... Ooh, holy crap. I remember one time I took a tumble, and I think I lost everything. It's like, you can look up on YouTube, like Death Stranding spills.
Against a sheer cliff or a steep slope, don't forget about the ladder we issued you.
Oh no, trust me.
Try it out. I'd be interested to see what uses a seasoned pro like you might find for it.
But yeah, you could look up, like, maybe spills will get you there, maybe like Death Stranding falls. But yeah, when you go tumbling hard, oh boy, it is a sight to see. Hopefully we don't have anything over here on this channel. Leave that to the pros elsewhere. But yeah, I remember taking one off, kind of like the popular video online where you could see someone like falling off the whatever you want to call it, the like towards the end you can like start building roads, like helping in that process. And I took a tumble off a road, and let me tell you, it was not fun. It was like one of those things where all my stuff spilled out onto the river, and I'm like, oh, great. And then you start running after it, and it's just a whole process to get your things back. Okay, once I get here, I'm gonna drop, or I'm gonna pause for a second. Yeah, I'll give you a like. Just like if you're watching this video and you enjoy what you're seeing, please drop me a like. You can see how liberal I'm being with my likes over here. I'd appreciate it. And, you know, while you're doing that, you might as well hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, because we do greatly appreciate it. Now let's get back to rappelling down this wall. I'm going to try to upload these consistently, but I am running into an issue with, I mentioned it the other day, but with the processing time on YouTube, because these files are, like, full disclosure, like 50 gigs for where I'm recording it, how I'm recording it, and I don't want to lower the bitrate if I don't have to. I don't think it would be that big of a deal, but I'm trying to keep it as up there as I can. But like the original issue I was running into was with my computer and like editing it, because I'm recording it separately, recording audio and video separately, like not game audio but my audio, and then the upload process and just the processing and all that stuff, it's a process here. You can Believe that. But yeah, like, I've had a couple of these in the can already. 2 of them, obviously. And I'm literally waiting for them to process and post to YouTube. So, I'm going to try to do this as often as possible, but I don't know. Maybe I'll tinker with the settings a little bit more and see if I can bump the files down without losing anything. But, like I said, I don't want to... I'm going to have to drop this. I don't want to have to, like... You know, I don't want it to be a terrible looking file. I want this to be as close to... How do I drop it? Offload. Okay. I want to be as close to what I'm seeing as possible. So, if it takes me more time, so be it. I also am planning, or I'm not planning, I guess I'm doing. I am uploading just straight gameplay. Since I record them separately, I can do that pretty easily. So I'm dumping it onto a separate channel. That will be in the description down below. Just in case you don't want to hear me end my ranting or crappy jokes. Alright, come on, don't crab walk. It's like you walking like a man that pooped his pants. Come on now. Thought it was a fart, I swear. I thought it was a fart. Alright, our load's starting to get a little heavy. Come on. Cool. Alright, so yeah, it is pretty nice though, recording it the way I am. So I'm using a program I used back when I was recording a lot more sound. And yeah, it's nice being able to level out everything, you know, tinker with it a little bit more than when I was just mixing it. Before I was just mixing it while recording the gameplay, so it would just combine the files and it was super annoying. I'm sure there was a way to make sure it didn't do that, but I'm too dumb. I liked things better when they were on floppies. And we had 120p. Yo, here's a crap. Here's drugs. Yeah. There you go. I don't care what you do with them.
Delivering cargo.
Delivering drugs.
Thank you. We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City.
Smart drugs.
No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization. Or the UCA.
This poor chair cries every time I move.
The Oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. You may have a look. This is great. Thank you again. Yeah, everything looks to be in good order. And soon our way station will be too, I hope.
The way I sit on this chair is going to destroy my back in 10 years. That's right. I am awesome. I hear that a lot. I think it said I could drop them off. Drop off packages at separate facilities, so I might do that now.
You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
Oh.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own?
Yeah, that's what I said.
If it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but...
That's what I said.
The team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were going to connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years.
Well, you can see why I'm the one here.
One guy
Yeah.
Shit. Tell me you brought more than the oxy at least.
Got the Cupid.
You... Really?
Okay. You're happy about
So it's
that.
true.
Okay.
I finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? But you put us on the goddamn grid.
Thought he was wanting, like, food. It's like, got some of this fuel on my back if you want to drink it. I don't think it's healthy. Look at BB go. Yeah, new strand established. Look at that. That wasn't so bad. I bet that would take a lot longer than... What, it shows 16 minutes on my recording. That doesn't seem accurate. If I were to walk from there to basically like Philadelphia. Added. Make delivery, deliver lost cargo. Cool. What are those things?
Connection to capital.
HD. Look at that.
It's really happening. Just like Amelie promised. We can finally do what we came here to do. Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. I guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh?
I got more stuff for you to deliver.
You'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. Me, I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was...
Can you tell her I think she's hot?
Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that.
Can you tell her that I haven't seen her on her OnlyFans
By
lately?
bringing that way station into the Cairo network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination.
Oh,
Port
boy.
Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
You're welcome.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Is this the delivery terminal? I was thinking that there would be an actual word called delivery terminal on it.
Paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Alright, weapons and equipment can be fabricated using materials provided by facilities. Sweet. What kind of equipment can we fabricate? Oh, okay.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
Alright, so I might do that. What was the other? Oh, okay. There wasn't. Alright, private locker, place items into there. Alright. Ooh, I'm missing out on a lot there. Alright, whatever. We'll find more. I want to get this off my back before it's totally ruined. I don't want to make this like a trip of just... On this episode, we run back and forth from Capital Knot City in the middle of nowhere, delivering garbage to people that lost it. Oh man, I got like nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna auto skip. Yeah, that's right. They should be able to view me like that. That's right. Good. I should be getting more likes. I'm a nice guy. You know, I didn't take it all the way home. But you know what? I did my best. I brought it in. And now when someone's coming by, heading that way, I made it easier for him. I'm not running all the way over there for that. Sorry. Oh, here. What is this thing? Oh, I think I remember this. I think this is like a memory module or something. Right?
Sam, if you stumble across any memory chips on the road, be sure to submit them via the nearest terminal. There's no telling what kind of rare and valuable data they might contain. You're sure to make someone very, very happy with your contribution.
How nervous did I make everyone? Jesus. Swear I haven't been drinking tonight. The night. That was bad. Oh, jeez. How do you trip over a rock that big, dude? Use your feet. Oh, there's some resin over here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Just want to grab these ones around here and then head out. Old magazines. Is this for Master Roshi? Girly mags. Okay. There, I don't leave everything for everyone else.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Ooh boy, don't fall. Delivery. I'm back. Deliver lost cargo. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, game over. We did it.
Delivering cargo.
Oops.
I'm so glad you're here. Gotta say, you truly are incredible.
Thanks, man. You too. You've been living out here, what I presume solo, for years. That's pretty incredible too.
All right then. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, dude.
Good work. New order.
Oh, that would have been bad. I had to take on the order. Here, does this say something?
You'll be delivering supplies for a Cairo printer. The distro center you're going to has one. First expedition set it up. On its own, it's no different from your run-of-the-mill 3D printer. Connected, though, it can utilize Cairo network data to reproduce all kinds of things. And you can imagine how handy that might be. Now, I know I don't need to tell you, but steer clear of any BTs you find out there. Avoid out's the last thing we need.
Sam, it's hard.
You want a void out?
Void outs occur when the living of our world come into contact with beached things. The reaction is similar to what a physicist would call an annihilation, when a subatomic particle collides with its antiparticle. Alas, there ends our understanding. Why do the dead transform into BTs? Why are void outs only triggered by human contact? And why are people like you able to return seemingly unscathed? No one knows.
'Cause I'm bad
Yet
ass.
It cannot be a coincidence that these phenomena were observed only after we discovered the beach and bridged this world and the next. Anyway, to reiterate, the only reliable means by which you can prevent a void out is to stay far, far away from BTs.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna do that. Hear what the guys say here.
If you're in the middle of a run and decide you need to secure your cargo temporarily or entrust it to another porter, you'll want to make use of a post box. In addition to cargo, post boxes can also be used to share gear and weapons, if you're so inclined. Now, I'm sure you've used them before, but humor me and build one. Maybe between Capital Knot and that way station. If you're lacking a PCC, I'm afraid you'll just have to scrounge it up yourself. To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
Alright, well, we already did that. So, let's just get going. Oh, shoot, no. Oh, did I? Yeah, I know.
It goes with...
I understand now. Alright, let's go build this. Let's go build this box.
Order assigned.
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
On the road again. Oh boy. Where am I going? How do I,
Sam, remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo components. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Yes, sir. Be right back in.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified.
Alright, even though I think it's going to be a bad idea, I'm going to run around and grab the cargo around here. I'm afraid that there's going to be like a ton of BTs around here. I almost said BCs. I don't know what the hell that would be. I'm more scared of the BTs, I swear.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. You deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
Yeah, not right now. How about that? Oh, that ain't gonna work. Whatever. We're just gonna do it. Here. Oh, come on. Let's... So yeah, you can, rearrange it, and it does help a lot. Seems like it helps a lot, at least. I think it does. Alright. You can do it. God, we gotta get out of this rain. All my stuff's gonna be ruined. Ruined. Alright. Oh, come on, buddy. Don't do it. Don't fall over.
Goddamn cottonmouth.
Yeah. I feel you, man. Alright, we got a long road ahead of us. Not really, it goes pretty quick.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Wonder if I have to turn in that. Oh, we should do that memory. Let's do that memory chip after this. Don't let me forget. Microphone. Self.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome, buddy.
Gotta say, you truly are incredible.
Hey, I know. I am. Did you hear about that time I incinerated the president's dead corpse? Oh, shoot, wait.
All right then. Thanks for everything.
Am I only getting paid in likes? Is this Facebook? Alright. See what this is about.
Oh, this will be right at home in my collection.
Oh boy. Porn. I knew it. When in doubt, it's always porn.
Thank you for your contribution.
Alright, let's see. What the heck was that? Oops, went too far. Let's head back out on the road.
Name's Sam.
I keep hitting that stupid button. Alright. It's infuriating.
Hello.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I do like the echo. That's pretty funny. Hello, 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 hello. Let me go. Sam's tired of this crap. Oh boy. That's where we need to get to? None of this looks good. What is this thing? Climbing anchor, okay. Huh. Alright. Let's get going, boys and girls. Oh shoot, what is that thing? Oh no. What's it doing to me? Oh boy.
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Oh, they're coming for me.
Sam, don't get too close to fuel territory unless you have to. Focus on your deliveries for now.
I thought it was just going to be BTs. I didn't think it'd be... Damn, Oh boy, I don't have anything to fight him with, too. Oh, dude, I just got domed. Oh, boy. Are they running because something worse is around here?
Mules gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
That's what I thought. Forgot about the mules. Here, I'm gonna pee before we... Before we have to deal with any scary BTs. They're not really scary, but they are a nuisance, some people might say. They are annoying. Should I drink some energy drink? Peace. Alright. Yeah, I got hit pretty good too. They're about to take me out before they got scared of a little rain. Oh, it's raining. Not wearing the right shirt for this. Okay, so those things alert them. Are those the BT lines there? Does that show where they're at? Am I managing to avoid them out of pure luck? Well, there'd be a couple right there. Oh boy. I don't want any trouble. Just given a job. Just want to do that job, you know? Know what I'm saying? I don't want to fight any BTs. Or are they just doing this to scare the heck out of me? They're like, let's make him freak out. On constant alert. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, yep. I have to be careful. How do I crouch again? I think it's circle.
Yeah, I feel you.
That one's pretty close to me. How do I stop breathing again? I'm scared to try to figure it out.
Show yourself.
It's not that. Oh boy. I legit can't remember everyone. I gotta get out of here. Oh, is that just photo mode? Okay. Oof, I was scared about, I don't know, throwing something or doing something dumb. But it's R1. Oof. We did it. Uh-oh.
Something wrong, Sam?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Why is BB
Doesn't
red?
look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
I'm almost here, man. So I'm gonna try to hurry. Autotoxemia. Alright, we gotta get BB in.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
I'm gonna grab this stuff real quick. Because I think this stuff will be useful. Plus, I gotta try to... I'm not going all the way over there. Okay. Try to use these rocks as best we can. It's okay, kiddo. You'll be fine. You wanted me to get the metals, right? And resin? Wouldn't that be useful? I mean, we are in a post-apocalyptic world here.
Beginning scan.
You know how hard it is to come across some of these things?
Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain on until departure. Anybody home? Thank you.
Wanted to use that. Thought that was fitting. So yeah, let's get through this little area here, and then I think we'll call it before the file becomes unwieldy. Jeez, what am I hitting everything? Smacking my phone around, dropping controllers. Making the chair cry. There you go. In perfect condition. That rust adds to it.
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges.
Look at how bad that looks.
The second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome.
Oh yeah.
He's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it.
I'm a legend around here.
Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hey, weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
And mule area. Mule infested area. That no one told me about. Trying to kill me. Steal my packages. Shot me in the head with something. I don't know if it was a pellet gun. But it hurt. I know that. Better get an S. That's right.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Stick your fancy USB stick in here. I don't think I talked about my new delivery uniform. It's pretty sick, though. Look at that.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Cool. Cool deal. Bridge babies. New data.
Looks like we're on the chiral network.
I'm in HD.
And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we
Oh my god, I'm ugly. Ah!
think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do.
More.
Distro center's on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Sure thing, weirdo.
Good work.
Can I deliver any of those metals I picked up? And those shoes still have a little life in them. That's legit how I treat my shoes. Like mine are at like 2% health, 98% damage. I guess is what I would want to say.
Thank you for your continued support.
I burned her body. Just keep saying it every time you see a picture of the president. You're like, yeah, actually, she's not around anymore. Whoa, oh shoot, I wasn't supposed to say that. I mean, she's fine. She's in DC. In her fake, in her fake little Oval Office. Nothing happened. Certainly she's not dead. No. In fact, here's a new video of her. You can see alive and well.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good.
God, he's a creep.
Temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean Still Mother?
Correct. A Steel Mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a Steel Mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a Steel Mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the Steel Mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data.
Hold on a second, gotta update my baby. Be right back.
Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on.
Kid's like, what are these two freaks doing?
You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its Steel Mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon.
Oh boy.
Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
See you later, goofball. Thanks for always being a creep when you come into the room. Why does he lock himself in? I roll off the bed. I also have some weird kinks. They're not weird. I take that back.
London Bridge is falling down.
Guess that would be a pretty tame one, too. Handcuffs.
London Bridge is falling.
They're not fuzzy, though, so that might be kinkier. I don't know.
Lady. Sam?
Hello. Thanks for just coming in randomly while I'm sleeping.
Can you see me?
I could be naked.
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave.
Oh boy.
But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east. Back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
That's exciting, though.
Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam.
I'll keep waiting, because I'm not even halfway across America right now. I'm like getting close to Tennessee.
Waiting for you. Come and find me.
We at least got like a 3 days drive. Walking, we probably have like a month. At least if I was walking, we have a month.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman.
Hello, Hartman.
Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
I'm gonna drink a couple of these to up my energy level, because that's how that works. Looks like the little army men, little toys behind me have changed in this room, if you notice that. The BT guys were on the table before. It is obnoxious how many times they make you drink this to get the full effect. So really it should be 3 because it's 10% each time, 25% maximum. Do it one more time. It's funny that they didn't like tune it down after the sponsorship like didn't re-up for the director's cut. Like, I would have just probably removed this entirely. It was very obvious what they were doing here. I'm fine with it, you know, get your money. I don't mind looking at monster cans. It's kind of funny to me. Alright. We're gonna poop before we shower. This is what you should all be doing. What I did before on episode 2, disgusting. Don't ever do it. Poop, then shower. In that order. I demand it. Bet old Hartman has like cameras in here. That's why he's like so adamant on me showering. Hey, did you shower yet? How about using the toilet? Do you have to take a poop? No? Oh, damn it. I mean, make sure you do it.
And I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects
I knew it.
bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Drilling.
I knew it.
Dispensing.
I knew he was going to do some weird stuff with my
There. Take
fluids.
the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react.
Probably not well.
Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs.
Bodily
It is
fluids.
only by recovering these materials that we can
Gosh.
unearth the knowledge of the past.
It's a heck of a way to call it.
Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
Sorry, I got another camera to watch.
Connections and nothing happens. Then what? I said, then what?
I told you, I had another camera to watch. This person's going number 2. Never mind. Use the bathroom again.
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Oh, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Cairo network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
You got mail. It's rare metals, Sam, everything at the distro center. Really appreciates you. Its battery's dead. No. Oh. Okay. Oh man, more bad news. Work together sharing materials so everyone gets what they need. Make sure they do everything that's produced to get the proper use. Without porters, the whole system falls apart, whole world even. Okay, yeah, quit buttering me up. George Baton. For the way station. Truth getting in the making simplest deliveries. Keeps bitching about being scared. Yeah, we'll help you. If it's easier too, if you're watching this, just leave a comment if you want me to read these out loud. I'm just assuming that you can see it, but if you want me to do it, I'll do it. I just don't want to be annoying. Watchtowers too. Heck yeah, man. Good for you. For long, we'll be opening up a new delivery route. Mark my words. Okay, I'll hold you to it, dude. Yeah, the mules suck. The BTs are okay. You can avoid them if you're me. Every time we catch sight of one, end up dropping half our equipment. Hey, well, that works out for me too, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm not scared of everything. You should have heard me when I first realized what was going to happen, you know? Drone syndrome. Yeah, I guess that's kind of hitting home, huh? Everything's like roboticized now, too. All these people put out of work by machines who got called up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them. And that brought out a whole new world disorder. I added world there. Syndrome, they called it. Oh man, had to depend on humans? Gross. I don't like that. Oh, wow. Bridge Babies. I remember getting this. On his account with familiarity of the dead. Okay. Jeez, yeah. He worked in the morgue. That doesn't surprise me. All right. Sorry, I'm going a little slow. I'm making sure. I get like, if I start reading too fast, then I skip over things and it can get bad. Stealing time. Something in me suspects that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception of the passage of time. Huh. All right. Cool. We checked that out. So, yeah, let's just call it here. Let's hit the save button. Double save, because I'm a crazy person. All right. So, yeah, next time, when we return to Death Stranding, it'll be episode 4. And we will continue. Oh, just a second.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Alright, so that's what we'll be doing next time. We'll be examining the distress call. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. I do have a no commentary channel. If you just want to take in the game, if you don't have a PS5 or whatever, and you want to see it in its true glory, you can head over there. That'll be at the bottom of the video. I'll leave it in the description. And yeah, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. Do me a huge solid. I'd greatly appreciate it, and it will help us continue on our way, and certainly help me rationalize buying a better setup, a newer computer maybe, some faster internet, all that fun stuff to be able to make these quicker and, you know, longer. And, yeah, so on and so forth. So have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.